You hired help, so why does everything still depend on you? If scaling feels heavier than it did when you were solo, this isn't a delegation problem, it's a design problem. And if you've ever felt like scaling made your business feel heavier than lighter, hit like so I know this is resonating with you. Let's just describe what this actually looks like. You sit down to finally work on something important: strategy, planning, something that actually moves the business forward. And within 10 minutes, Slack pings. A question about a client, a clarification about a task, a quick approval request, something small broke, something needs context, and before you know it, you've spent the entire day answering questions, but not actually moving anything forward. You can't get more than 20 or 30 uninterrupted minutes. Every task seems to require clarification. You're technically not doing everything anymore, but you're still responsible for everything. This is the phase where you're technically scaled, but mentally more involved than ever. And that's confusing because this isn't what you thought hiring would feel like. Here's probably what you expected. You hire support, you delegate those tasks, you free up your time, you step into strategy, and then you finally feel like a CEO. That's the promise. But here's what actually happens at this stage. You hire support, and the volume of questions increases. You delegate tasks, but the decisions still come back to you. You add team members, and now there are more moving parts to coordinate. Instead of feeling lighter, you feel more fragmented. And the reason is simple, but it's not obvious. You didn't remove yourself from the system, you multiplied the inputs. Hiring doesn't automatically remove dependency, it increases complexity. That's the part no one seems to be explaining. So here's what's actually happening. When you were solo, your business was built around your brain, and that worked. When you hired your first VA, the structure didn't change. You just layered support on top. So tasks moved, but decisions stayed with you. The execution got delegated, but the thinking did not. And as you added more people, something else happened. More people means more decision pathways. More decision pathways means more interruptions. More interruptions means more context switching. And content switching is exhausting. Not because you're bad at managing time, but because your brain is now acting as infrastructure. You didn't fall behind. Your business just moved forward faster than the structure did. This is why scaling feels heavier instead of lighter. Because your role didn't evolve structurally. You stopped doing tasks, but you became the connector. You became the approver. You became the clarifier. You became the quality control filter, the translator between strategy and execution. So even though you're doing less, you're holding more. And holding more mentally is heavier than doing more physically. This isn't a productivity problem. It's a design problem. There's a very specific stage of growth where this shows up. It's the stage where your business has outgrown how it was originally built. Early stage businesses are founder-centric by design, but mid-stage businesses require structural evolution. Most people don't redesign. They layer. They're layering on more help. They're layering on more tools. They're layering on more systems. But the core dependency doesn't change when you do that. And that's why it feels like you're stuck. If this feels uncomfortably accurate, you're not broken. You're in a stage of growth that most people misread. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to know when your business has outgrown you and why that's not a failure. It's actually progress.